Hello everybody, it's me jonesrmj here. The United States was the birthplace of the skyscraper in the late 19th century, and has since dominated the world rankings for the world's tallest buildings for many decades until the tall building craze shifted over to primarily East Asia and the Middle East. That's not to say though that the US has given up on building skyscrapers, since the US has seen a major resurgence in skyscraper construction this past decade. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the top 10 tallest buildings in the United States for 2021. The buildings will be ranked based on the Council of Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat's architectural height measurements, which is the official way building heights are measured. For more information, check out the link in the description. Anyways, on to the list. Number 10. Bank of America Tower. Starting off the list in New York City, where we will pretty much remain for most of this video, and our first stop is the Bank of America Tower. Upon its completion, this building was advertised as the world's most ecologically friendly building, since it was built with recycled materials, maximizes sunlight penetration, and is equipped with an advanced rainwater collection system. Also, as the name suggests, Bank of America is the primary tenant for the building. Bank of America Tower rises 1,200 feet, or 366 meters tall, contains 55 floors of office space, and was completed in 2009. Number 9. Empire State Building. Just 3 years ago, the Empire State Building used to be in the top 5 for tallest buildings in the US, and just 13 years ago, the Empire State Building used to be in the top 10 for tallest buildings in the world. But in just a short amount of time, the building's height rankings have slipped quite a bit due to the constant construction of newer and taller buildings around the world. But that still doesn't stop the fact that the Empire State Building is still a magnificent structure that is well known around the world. It was the first skyscraper to contain more than 100 floors, and was the first skyscraper tall enough where if you were to jump off the top of it, you would reach terminal velocity before hitting the bottom. The Empire State Building also held the title of the world's tallest building from 1931 to 1970. Today, it remains the 9th tallest building in the US, and has recently seen a major renovation to its observation deck, which still attracts millions of tourists each year. It rises 1,250 feet, or 381 meters tall, contains 102 floors of office space, and was completed in 1931. Number 8. 30 Hudson Yards. Moving a couple blocks west, we arrive at the new Hudson Yards development project, which includes a mixture of office, residential, and retail space. 30 Hudson Yards, which is the tallest building in the complex, features The Edge, an observation deck with a platform that hangs off the side of the building, where you can get amazing views of the city. It also is the highest outdoor observation deck in the country. 30 Hudson Yards rises 1,268 feet, or 386 meters tall, contains 73 floors of office space, and was completed in 2019. Number 7. Trump International Hotel and Tower, Chicago. Finally, a building that isn't located in New York City. Well, the whole list is basically just New York City and Chicago, so we won't really be looking at that many other cities in the US since the tallest skyscrapers in the country are primarily built in New York City and Chicago. Anyways, the Trump International Hotel and Tower in Chicago was actually originally planned to be the world's tallest building, but it was scaled down after the events of 9/11 took place. The building features a luxurious hotel, luxurious condos, upscale restaurants, and more. Trump International Hotel and Tower Chicago rises 1,389 feet, or 423 meters tall, contains 98 floors of mixed-use space, and was completed in 2009. Number 6. 432 Park Avenue. And back to New York City we go. 432 Park Avenue really marked the start of the skinny residential skyscraper construction trend in New York City. This building features 104 luxurious residences, including apartments, condos, and penthouses. It also is very expensive to live here, as I'm sure you would imagine. The top floor penthouse in the building was recently listed for an incredible $169 million. However, that isn't the most expensive penthouse in the city, as that will be coming up in a building a little later on this list. 432 Park Avenue rises 1,398 feet, or 426 meters tall, contains 85 floors of residential space, and was completed in 2015. Number 5. 1 Vanderbilt. Located next door to the Grand Central Terminal, 1 Vanderbilt is a somewhat recently completed office skyscraper in New York City. The building features a sort of mixture of old and new architecture, which I really like. The building also will soon feature an observation deck with glass balconies, sort of similar to the Willis Tower, that will open in October 2021. 1 Vanderbilt rises 1,401 feet, or 427 meters tall, and features 67 floors of office space. Number 4. 111 West 57th Street. Going back to the trend of skinny residential skyscrapers in New York City, and we arrive at 111 West 57th Street. In fact, this building is actually the skinniest skyscraper in the ward, with a width-to-height ratio of approximately 1 to 24. 111 West 57th Street rises 1,428 feet, or 435 meters tall, contains 84 floors of residential space, and was completed very recently in 2021. Number 3. Willis Tower. Formerly known and still commonly referred to as the Sears Tower, this building is the tallest building in the U.S. outside of New York City, and is located in, well, you guessed it, Chicago. Willis Tower was also formerly the world's tallest building from 1973 to 1998, and was the last time the U.S. would be home to the world's tallest building until the title shifted over to Asia. Despite no longer being the tallest building in the U.S. or world anymore, Willis Tower is actually still home to the highest observation deck in the U.S., the Sky Deck, at 1,353 feet or 412 meters high. It also pioneered the idea of attaching glass balconies to the exterior of the building to allow visitors to look straight down. Willis Tower rises 1,451 feet or 442 meters tall, contains 110 floors of office space, and was completed in 1973. Number 2. Central Park Tower. And again, back to New York City, where we will remain for the rest of the video. Central Park Tower is actually the tallest residential building in the world, and is also the tallest building in the US by roof height. It also is home to the most expensive penthouse in the city, which was bought by Ken Griffin for $238 million. The Central Park Tower rises 1,550 feet, or 472 meters tall, and contains 98 floors of residential space. And number 1, One World Trade Center. After the original World Trade Center collapsed on 9/11, a master plan came out for a memorial and to rebuild the lost landmark. What ended up coming to fruition was One World Trade Center. This building pays nod to the original Twin Towers by rising to the same roof height and featuring a shape that sort of looks like two square buildings stacked on top of each other with one of them angled diagonally. While One World Trade Center only rises 1,368 feet or 417 meters to the roof like the original World Trade Center did, the rest of the building's height comes from a 407-foot spire, bringing the total building height to 1,776 feet, symbolizing the year that the U.S. Declaration of Independence was signed. One World Trade Center, as I just mentioned, rises 1,776 feet or 541 meters tall, contains 104 floors of office space, and was completed in 2014. And there you have it, the top 10 tallest buildings in the United States as of 2021. 8 of them located in New York City, and the other 2 located in Chicago. Be sure to let me know what your favorite skyscraper in the US is down in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Good one.